happening a little after 7. But right now, we are live on the Miguel and Holly and the Hot 1015 Facebook page for Radio Blogs.
Hot 101.5.
These are the radio blogs of Miguel Fuller and Holly O'Connor.
Because it's so much easier to just say them out loud than it is to type them.
Dear blog, I feel like I disappointed a generation of my family.
Oh, dear.
Wow. Maybe not even. Okay, maybe that was an overreach. So my little brother is visiting. He's 8 years younger. And so understandably, we did not spend a whole lot of time like growing up together. Miguel, you get this. Your brother is 8 years older.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just different. Like I left for college when he was 10 and never moved back home. I mean, we know each other. Well, that's my brother. We see each other for family holidays and everything. But like, we're not probably as close as someone would be if they were, close in age.
Right.
And he and I are just opposites. So if you know me, like my loudmouth, crazy Italian, like all this stuff that I am, he's the opposite of that.
Oh.
And he's a police officer and he's pretty quiet for the most part, like in general things. And it's just, we're very polar opposite. He doesn't need me for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like ask questions or anything. And I'm always like, if you need anything, let me know. No, he doesn't. Okay, cool. And so yesterday, I feel like there was one instance where I could have been a great example of a big sister and I could have like nailed this whole big sister thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was preparing the dinner. I was going to do like a salad and he's doing some pasta thing that he figured out how to make.
Yeah.
And his fiance is visiting too. And so we go to the store and she's like, oh, can you, while we're at the store for you to get stuff for salad, can you tell me how to make your famous salad dressing? And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And she was like, Patrick tells me that you make the best salad dressing and anything that I've ever made. He's like, please call my sister and get the recipe. And I'd really like to know what you do.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I was like, oh my God. There's no recipe.
Oh, Holly.
I was about to say, Holly, I lived with your ass for 5 years. I ain't ever heard you make a salad dressing from scratch.
Nope.
This is when you just make it up.
No, I know. But like, okay, so this is what I use. Like you go in the salad dressing aisle, right? It's not like in a bottle. I do create it, but it's one of those like Italian.
Is it the packets?
The packet.
Yes, I know. No, man, those things are good.
They're the best, right?
The best. Yep.
It's good seasons packet, and you have a little cruet. You have a little, thing, a glass jar that you make it in. You put the vinegar and the water in.
Yes.
You put the stuff. You shake it up. You put the
fire.
oil. You shake it up. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother thought I had been making this from scratch.
So this poor girl is like, I cannot wait to meet your sister and get this family recipe that's been passed down from Italy that I'm now going to make for my future Italian husband. It's a packet in the store.
It's a packet. And I was like, oh, God, no, it's just a packet. And she's like, oh. And like you could tell they had probably, like she had possibly even attempted to make an Italian dressing. And then she's like, oh, that's fine. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So then I told Patrick last night, I'm like, it's just a box. And he's like, even when mom made it? I'm like, yes, it's been around since the 80s. And I was like, there's no secret. He's like, well, that was the secret. There's no recipe. I'm like, I'm sorry. I failed. So I just wanted to let everybody know that's really good salad dressing.
But Holly, you missed out. You could have told her that secret and then been like, this is just a secret that us O'Connor women have just had for generations.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you pass it along and all the O'Connor men are like, look at this, straight from Italy.
They know how to do it right here.
Straight from the fields,
the
girl.
Masolino side, obviously. I was sitting here going, O'Connor, what? No, it's the Masolino side. But yes, I should have. But I was so flustered in that moment. I couldn't even think of that good lie.
That's
I
hilarious.
couldn't do it. So anyway, it was a rough day yesterday.
Dear blog, I'm so curious if this is what we're doing in public.
Okay.
In private, it's fine. I was at my barber yesterday, getting my hair cut. I always fall asleep after the first 5 minutes, but this is just the relationship we have. And then usually as he's finishing my beard, he brings me back up and I'm awake and we're like, all right, I can't wait to see you next week. One of the barbers, because it was like later in the evening than when I normally go, he was having a little snack because they were kind of slow at that time. And he had, some hot Cheetos or something. And he got to the end of the bag. And then right there in front of everybody, homeboy just starts sucking them fingers, girl, from that. I mean, and it wasn't just like a casual, like, it was like a.
Oh, that noise. Lord have mercy. Get that out of my head.
He went
going in. And I was like, don't turn the chair. I'm so fascinated where this is going. He went from like his index finger to the second one and then to the middle. Then he went to the pinky.
Even the pinky. You don't get dust on the pinky. Stop. All right.
And wait a minute. And I was so fascinated. This was all happening in public. And then after he finished that, then he went and took his index finger and then started getting the residue in his gum.
No, sir. No, we're not. We're not doing that in public. No,
I was just like, you know what? That must have been the best damn bag of Cheetos anyone has ever enjoyed in this world.
It seems like it must have been. Did they put like cocaine in that?
What was in the Cheetos?
It is 6:48. Holly, what is hot and trending in Tampa Bay?
Okay, so do you want to be paid to be scared half to death? It's possible. It's possible, but you got to apply. I got to tell you about this at 7.
Right before that, it's time for another passionate reading of my cookbook, 50 Shades of Chicken. Holly plays the part of the chicken, Miss Hen, and Scott plays the part of the chef, Mr. Blades. We dive into the chapter called Holy Hell Wings next.
I do. Lick them fingers, girl. All right, we're starting a new broadcast for 50 Shades of Chicken.